Microphone now. We actually have microphone support. Oh, lovely. How grand. Thank you, OBS, for bestowing this upon me.
Finally got my.
Fucking hell. Sorry about the technical difficulties, everybody, because OBS decided to disable my mic, re-enabled it, restarted the stream, and then it was just like, nah, mate, I'm not going to pick anything up from your mic, so yeah, screw you. I was just like, you what, mate? So I had to restart OBS. Okay, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TMM Podcast with myself, the Mining Miner, Blader1266, and not Tom 5005, even though the picture does look a bit like a rather chubby version of Tom 5005. It's actually Mr. Spoosful, who's going to be joining us halfway through, because he thought when I sent him a message about us starting at 7 it was a typo, but it wasn't. We are actually starting at 7.
Chubby version of Tom.
It is! It's chubby Asian.
I love you actually watches the podcast.
He doesn't watch a podcast. What he will now.
One time.
Oh man, I was going to ask you what you've been doing this week, but then I remember you don't want me to ask that. So, and then I got nothing to stall. With,
I can skip the thing that's bad that's happened the day if you want and talk about it.
Yeah, I need somebody to stall so I can change the layout.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do my dance that I did last time. You don't remember the dance?
No, actually I don't.
The one where I was going na 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 na. I did that last time installing. You was like great at installing David in the last.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Yeah, I don't think that was the last one, but okay. I'll indulge you.
Anyway, what I've been up to so far, which I'm skipping today's, is I've been bashing different games.
Bashing the game.
Yeah, I actually went on TF2 and
I know.
started bashing
I
that.
saw you yesterday. You were on TF2. I was like, what the fuck's he been doing on TF2?
I was doing the training thing so I could like learn how to do more stuff in different classes, so I don't be a pyro, you know. And I was playing a bit of Aura Kingdom, helping this noob out who didn't know how to play. It was quite funny.
Scrooby.
The funny thing is about it was when he was like near an enemy, I just like walked off and he was like, "Man, I need your support."
So need help. It's just like help blocks.
I was like, "No, I'm out." He was like, "Mate." I was like, "All right, fine. Kill it in one. I kill it in one shot." He's like, "Mate, how do you do that?"
Oh, this is like the one time when
Level,
I started on
mate.
that World of Warcraft private server, and I was on with one of my friends from college who introduced me to it. He was like a level 75, 80, and he just had a minion who just ran in and did everything. I was like, okay. Like, those things would have killed me pretty easily. His minion's going in, thmack, and is dead.
Yeah, the thing I
Oh,
love about
ball.
this game is this one you're actually allowed to do a whole lot more and you have a whole lot fun about it. Because the thing is, there's like loads of funny stuff you can do in it. There's like weird dancing you can do in it, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Literally, it makes look. Some people are like, "Oh, me, I'm gonna challenge you to a dance off me," and I'm like.
You actually dance in it.
Yes, you can. It's fucking hilarious. When I looked at it the first time, I was like,
strange.
"Eh, what?
Just like,
What is this?"
Like, I'm sorry, what?
And the guy was like, "You could dance." I was like, "What?" I was just
So it's like
questioning.
the first time you discovered you could dance in Gary's mod.
Oh yeah.
That
I
was-
like, oh my
That
god.
was an interesting experience.
You just started dancing with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
my-
anyway, as for myself, I've been playing Valiant Hearts again, and it's good. But my computer's running like arse the other day because I've got a new case now. I think I can probably show it. I can probably show the whole load of crap I've got on my desk as well. Wait a second. Give me a second. I've got a very, very, very bright new case.
Na 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 na
Red
na.
as well, which is pretty nice. I like on blue. So I got new case because the front panel audio on mine broke on like I think it was Saturday. So I was just like, yeah, I need a new case. That came on Wednesday, and I found out my hard drive does not like to be moved around. Because as soon as I booted it up, it was just slow as shit. So I spent like a good 16 hours defragging it, and it seems to be fine now. So that was fun. I hated building in the damn thing because it's exactly the same as my old case, that being there's no cable management whatsoever.
It can't be worse than my case. Nothing's worse than my case.
Well, on mine they actually thought, because on the front they've got 3 USB 2s and 1 USB 3. So they thought it through and actually added a little USB 2 connector for the USB 3 port, so I didn't have to buy an adapter for it,
Yeah,
which I thought was quite good.
Uh,
So yeah, that's a thing. Then George isn't here, so we can't ask him. The GIF was his request, obviously.
George in the empty room. How you been doing?
See,
Silence.
they don't see the empty room. They see the rather big Asian guy. IGN, step it. No autoplay, please.
That's why I said get ahead of schedule, mate.
Fucking auto-playing bullshit. Anyway, HTC's flagship smartphone gets the Windows Phone treatment. So I've seen some videos on this. So it's essentially just a HTC One M8 running Windows Phone. Windows Phone 8.1 Update 1 specifically. And it looks alright. But I don't get what HTC's doing with this. Because it's Windows Phone, so nobody's going to buy it. It's exclusive to Verizon, who's I think an American phone carrier. So nobody's going to buy it.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Why does it look like an iPhone?
It does not look like... It looks nothing like an iPhone.
If you take away certain parts of it, it looks like an iPhone.
Well, if you take away the bits that don't look like an iPhone, it looks like an iPhone. That's saying a horse
the
looks like
HTC thing. If you take that away from it and the
It looks
like
nothing...
stuff on the screen,
It looks nothing like an iPhone.
it actually does.
It looks sweet fanny blot like an iPhone. It
On the
doesn't.
I'm looking at the one further down, but all right.
What, the Lumia? The Nokia ones? The ones in the where it says what's new in Windows Phone 8.1?
No, the video though from YouTube. I want the image.
Oh, that's the one I was looking at, and it looks nothing like an iPhone.
Whatever.
It does
That's
not.
That's what I think. That's what I think. I'm just gonna
Alright.
say that now.
Alright, whatever. Doesn't, but okay.
Okay.
So it'll have, for some reason they've ported things like Blink feed over, and they're actually including support for the dot view case, which is pretty neat. But I don't get what they're doing. Like, Windows Phone isn't a popular platform, and I can see why, I can see why Nokia did the thing where they made a version of Android to work on their phones. And that was great, because then Android's got more support. But I don't see where HTC's coming from with this. It's like, oh yeah, let's make a phone that runs on a completely unpopular platform, and that's not really going to sell because it's on one carrier that most people probably can't receive.
By the way, how much gigabytes can your phone hold?
My phone's 16.
This holds 2 gigabytes.
No, that's RAM.
RAM. Yeah, I was meaning the RAM. Sorry.
32 gigs. Yeah, mine's got 1 gig of RAM, but my tablet's got 2.
And 32 gigabyte of storage space.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That sounds decent.
Yeah, but I don't think the HTC. Does the one M8 have one meat? That's what I say every time I say the one meat.
It actually says me in the corner.
So I don't know whether the M8 has expandable storage. I think it might. I'm not sure. It has something over the M7. Tupac. So
Super.
yeah, I think it might have expandable storage. So I don't know. So yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why they're doing it. Which leads me on to an interesting question. Would you go for a smartphone where you could have like multiple operating systems on? Say you could get a phone which ran Android and iOS, or Android and Windows Phone, or iOS and Windows Phone. Would you go for that? Even if you had to pay a little bit extra for it?
I don't know. It would have to attract me more to like. It would have to say what's more on it that attracts me to it. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, I quite like the idea of having multiple operating systems running on it. I mean, I guess it doesn't really count, but on my Nexus 7, I've got Android 4.4 and then the Android L developer preview. So that's sort of counts, I guess. So it can be done. But, like, say you get an iPhone which ran Android as well as iOS, that would be quite a draw, because then I could use Android for most of my things, and then if something's, like, iOS exclusive, then I could just go, loop, flip a switch, well, not literal switch, and then boot into iOS, and I'd be able to do it like that. So that would be quite tempting, even if it does cost a little bit extra. Yes?
By the way, have you seen the price for this?
$99.
$99.
Yeah, but that's on contract.
$99 at the moment.
Yeah, that's with a contract, so that's probably going to be more expensive. Like
Would you
mine,
go for the price for that though?
not really. I usually, especially for contract, I usually go for older phones, that run on contract. Because I mean, I got my S3. That was free on contract, and it's £20 a month for I think something like I don't even know. I don't know the minutes and text because I don't use those. And then it's unlimited data for £20 a month. So I'm like, all right, I can go for that. And it's a good phone. So yeah, I don't understand why they've bothered
Dude,
to
I
get
think
Windows
it's a
Phone
good.
on HTC.
I think it's a good phone.
But do you think it'll? Because the HTC One phones are quite
Yeah.
big sellers in the Android market. Do you think this will actually get more people onto Windows Phone, or do you think that it would take more to get people to go onto Windows Phone?
I think it might take a little bit more to go on Windows, but I don't know.
David, are you downloading? Because you're on a massive delay.
I'm not downloading now.
No, it was on a massive delay. Alright, anyway, so yeah, that's
By the way, sometimes your webcam's been freezing. Just to
yeah,
let you know.
that's because your internet's gone funny. Because mine's fine. I mean, I'm streaming at a solid bitrate. All as well. Why is the fucking audio turned down? There we go. So yeah, I don't think it'll shift more units to Windows Phone because frankly, Windows Phone doesn't have enough app support for me. Like, well, people could argue, why do you get iOS if you're bothered about app support? Because, well, no, because iOS is closed down like hell. Like, I'd rather get Android, which has a few less apps, and just go for more open platform. Whereas Windows Phone's closed and it's got no apps, so it's like, why would I go for it? And the interface isn't my favorite thing in the world. Yeah, but that's a thing. We'll go over that one for the time being because I don't really know much about it.
Well, the Super Meat Boy one.
The what?
The Super Meat Boy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going on Nintendo, yeah?
Yep. Nintendo gamers don't buy Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft says. You don't say. So Ubisoft CEO says that Watch Dogs
It'd be shown.
Watch Dogs for the Wii U will be the last mature game that Ubisoft releases for the platform for the foreseeable future. I don't get how they got Watch Dogs to run on a Wii U. I can barely get that thing to run on my PC. Never mind a fucking potato box. Like how do they get that to run acceptably well on a fucking potato, which is basically what the Wii U is. It's an expensive shiny potato. I can't. Well, it's a bit better now because AMD of all people had to release a driver update which would actually optimize Watch Dogs a bit more. No, Ubisoft's not meant to fucking fix it. No, AMD's got to pick up the slack. So I've got it running at 720p 30 on low settings, which is still unacceptable considering the fact that I can get better looking games running on ultra. It's probably between 30 and 60. On my PC, it's like, so how it baffles me to no end how they could get that to run on the Wii Potato.
I don't know how they would get Assassin's Creed to run good on the.
No,
Wii
I don't
U.
get it either. So I see this as nothing but a good thing because, frankly, if nobody's buying the damn things, then what's the point in developing for it? Because I would imagine that a lot of man hours would have to go into optimizing it for the Wii U because the Wii U specs are pretty bad in comparison to everything else. So trying to get that to run acceptably on the Wii U is going to be a hassle to say the least. So what's the point in trying to get it to run? There's literally no point to it.
Oh, by the way, they're saying that Splinter Cell Blacklist is also
Yeah, Splinter Cell Blacklist
on Wii U.
Yeah. They've released a lot of their
I don't know how to
titles.
get. I don't know how to get that work either. But anyway,
No, it's
whatever.
a miracle to get anything to run on the Potato U. Because I've got the Potato and on the Potato U.
Potato U.
Great joke, 2 thumbs up.
Brilliant.
I don't get why they call... Another thing, I don't get why they called it the Wii U. Why not the Wii 2? Because, again, this is second Wii. Why the Wii U? Where did that come
Because
from?
it's the Wii, and it's for you.
Well, yeah, what? So the first one wasn't for you.
No, it's for a friend. It's for a friend.
I don't want to go.
It's for a friend. It's not for you.
Nah.
No, Wii U.
It's like you. No wheel for you. So you told me how to do Asian accent because I can't do it. You can't do it. So who do it? We only got to it. That's a JonTron reference.
By the way, if I would laugh if when they do put Watchdog on for the very first time, they're just like, "Oh, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading."
We just burst into flames.
well, I think that's a bad idea.
We just like, what the hell are you trying to get me to do? I can't run this. It's like I've got to run like 2 billion lines of code to move forward one step. Dead. That's why you get it to run things like Mario Kart and fucking Sonic Lost World. Oh, don't get me started on Sonic Lost World. That
We are
was
here today to
no. Don't
we use
even.
death.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna start. The death of Sonic was years ago, when Nintendo first got their claws on it. The bastards. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make some shitty Sonic games exclusive to the Wii, so nobody buys them because they're shit, and nobody buys them because nobody's got a Wii.
You should be glad Disney hasn't got a hold of it. That would make it even worse.
Oh boy, Tails! Ho ho!
Oh my god! I can imagine that as well. That's the
Sonic
weird
just comes
thing.
out with massive Mickey ears, and then Tails goes to something very Pluto-esque. Oh lord, that would just be. I think we
Knuckles?
broke him.
What about Knuckles? What about Knuckles?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not very educated on the Disney characters, so I don't know.
Imagine Mickey's voice with Knuckles. That'd just be.
I'm gonna get you, Sonic. Give me back my emerald. Ho ho. Oh, that would just be. No.
The epic fight against Eggman. We'll get you, Eggman. Oh my god.
Eggman with Mickey Mouse's voice. I'll get you next time, Sonic.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
We've officially broken David. Oh, how wonderful.
Oh god. This broke me more than the box thing in Metal Gear. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, I love it. This is brilliant.
Oh, god.
So, yeah, they're not going to be releasing any more mature games for the Wii U. They're going to release shit like Just Dance, which is just basically what the Wii U is designed for. So, family-oriented games, because that's the market for the Wii, is just, like, family-oriented stuff, or casual stuff. Not like Assassin's Creed, or Watch Dogs, or Splinter Cell. None of that shit. Well, not shit. Well, actually, no, most of it's shit. Watch Dogs is, because I can't play it.
Just Dance is very shit, so.
Just Dance is extremely shit.
Why didn't you add that in the collection with the shit lines
Because
there?
I was saying the stuff that they're not going to be putting on Wii U rather than the stuff that they are.
God.
Oh, okay, anyway, little public service announcement here. I'll probably do a little tutorial as well, which will be handy. There we go. So, Microsoft has removed some of the August update patches, which were released last Tuesday. Basically, what this does is that if you're in a very specific use case, I can't remember what it is. Give me a second. That guy has a massive chin. Just saying. Why has it got a Russian coin in? He does. He has a magnificent chin.
I'm not on the YouTube, but I want to see this.
It's on the article.
Is it?
It's the Russian coin on the article. It's just magnificent.
Oh my god.
I've broke him again. So
What?
I don't know what the specific situation is, but basically one of the latest updates causes blue screens of death. So yeah, I'll do a little tutorial as to show you how to do it. I'll have to quickly set up a monitor capture. Warning, errors enabled. I know. Thank you. Right, edit scene. Actually put this on the screen properly. It's gonna cover the overlay, but fuck it. So this is the desktop. So how to uninstall it? You go to Windows Update. Well, nothing matches my search because I put Windows Update. There we go. Windows Update. And then you want to go to Installed Updates. Mine won't be here. So what's the number for it? You want to search for KB 2982791. So mine won't come up because I've already uninstalled it. Which in hindsight was a bad idea considering I was planning to do this in the first place. Searching for installed updates. But basically, that'll be the only one that comes up. It'll say like Microsoft security updates for Windows. And then basically what you want to do is right click, uninstall, and then go through an installation process and bob's your around and you're done. So yeah, that's how you do it. So if you want to get rid of that as to avoid getting blue screens, then you can.
I think I would want to get rid of that, to be honest.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got a magnificent chin. Uninstall the update.
That's what he refers to. Well, uninstall the update. He's got a massive chin.
There's the specific situation. Basically, if you have open type fonts in a non-standard font directory, and then they're in the registry with a fully qualified file name. I do computers for pretty much everything, and it's just like that doesn't even click with me. It's basically if you put your fonts in stupid places, then it's just like, nah, mate. But I don't get why you would put fonts in stupid places.
Because stupidness.
You should really just have one font directory and just stick everything in there. Why do you want to move fonts around? Like, I understand why you want to organize files, but fonts? Really? You're never going to really need to use the files for the fonts. Like, once you install it, it's done. So, yeah, uninstall the update if you're stupid with fonts. Skip over that one for the time being. This one's strange. Rocket unveils Skelter. Like a helter-skelter. That's the big swirly slidey thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I don't... Shit, wrong button. Yes, thank you. Yes, we've already played the pre-show. Now I managed to click that far down my list. So, Rocket has unveiled a couple of new PC gaming peripherals, including the Rocket Nith MMO mouse. This is... I'm just like, what is this mouse? It's like you can put new buttons in and shit. I'm just like, why do you need to? This is... It looks like it's going to be a hassle to change. So, why... Rocket says that adaptive functionality is our first priority. Why do you need to change buttons on a mouse? Like, just have the buttons on the mouse! Just have them there! Why do you need to change them? There's no point.
Because no source of logic found. In their systems.
404, logic not found.
Yes.
I don't even know what this thing's meant to be. Alright, this is the thing that we're going to go on about. The Rocket Skelter keyboard with smartphone integration. So basically...
George is back.
Is he? Oh, lovely.
His arm keeps on moving in the screen. He hasn't really sat down yet.
Okay. Well, let's discuss this, and once he starts talking, I'll take the GIF off. So, the Skelter keyboard, this has smartphone integration, because you've seen those fancy-schmancy keyboards which have, like, control panels on them. Basically, you can turn your phone into this control panel. Hello, George.
What's going on? What's going on with the light?
I don't know.
I've descended from the heavens.
You might have to do something about that. Have you got your curtains open? That's probably why. What is this, a fucking Michael Bay
He actually
movie?
hasn't. He hasn't got his curtains. Oh, he has.
Oh, he hasn't got his secondary curtains. There we go.
Also, that's better. Look, I've had my hair cut and everything. Are you in the middle of a topic, shut up?
You can join in if you want. It's the Rocket unveils Skelter keyboard in the dock. So yeah, basically you've seen those keyboards with the funny control panels on them. So this basically turns your smartphone into the control panel. I'm just like, what? Why? I don't get why they do this. It's just completely for show. It's like, yes, you will need to change your LED colours on your keyboard on the fly. No, you don't. You just need to... You can do that through software on the computer. Why do you need to do that? It's ridiculous. I don't even know.
Are you finished? I wanted to discuss something in this.
This thing was thrown at
Right, we've got one more
E3.
thing and then we'll move on to your thing. What?
This thing was shown at E3.
What, the Mad Cat Strike?
Huh?
Was it?
What's a Mad Cat Strike? What's that?
No, the
It's
rocket
a
thing.
obscure-
The rocket thing.
The rocket one. I didn't see it. But anyway, we've got the Mad Cat Strike M wireless keyboard, which is just like...
Where is this?
Sorry, what? Are you in the dock?
Aye.
The Rocket topic is the one we're on.
All right, you said something about
Yeah, it's the Mad Catz
Oh,
one's on the same article.
say it,
So
say
it's
it.
just like, what? I don't understand this design.
See,
It's just
I
weird.
love things like that, like the Mad Catz design. I love it. Well, I had their keyboard, and that just is sex to me.
See, I just prefer something that's functional. Like, I don't want to pay by the edge that the thing has. Like, that's got like 10 edges, so you'd be paying like 10 times the price.
But do you know how much is it? Is it? To be fair,
$100.
£100 for what's more than likely going to be a reliable wireless gaming keyboard, which is hard to come by, is not that bad. If you compare to other ones.
But if you're gaming, why are you going with wireless?
Wireless, I don't know. I don't know, but some people do.
Weird. See, I would have more pictured this working with like something that you can move around, because it's a fairly small form factor thing. Like, say, have it working with a tablet, and you can pick up a half decent tablet keyboard Bluetooth for a tenner. So I'm just like, why would you bother with this? It looks like
Because some people, like I say, do genuinely like wireless keyboards for gaming.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but they do.
And some people have more money than sense. I think
Yeah.
you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Eh?
No. Somebody
Tom?
else. No, somebody from college.
David? Ben!
Yeah, there we go.
I've forgotten about college. It's been like,
It's been
how
like
long?
3 months at least.
What's this fancy tool that you get with it?
I have no idea. I'm assuming I was gonna say
So
it would
Pete-
be a keyboard, a keycap puller, but it's not a mechanical keyboard.
To be fair, like it is saying 45 hours between charges, and it's USB. So if you do want it for like conveniently, it's probably one of the only keyboards I've seen where you can have it like plugged in, you're gaming away. Then you need to leave your PC or whatever. You can unplug it. Just be like, especially if you had a Chromecast.
Yeah.
I think things like this would be really good if you had your Chromecast.
Yeah, that's a use case for it, I suppose. But then again, if I'm gonna be like sitting on my bed with and using my PC, I'll probably get one of those Logitech keyboards with the trackpad on the side, so I don't have to have like
Yeah,
separate.
but you can
mouse
get
for
ones that are about this big,
Yeah,
and they have a little trackpad inside, but the keys are tiny.
yeah, but it's bloody awful to type on. It's bloody awful.
It's like
to use
typing
the
on a
mouse
phone.
You're
That is,
like,
you know, the BlackBerry keyboards.
You're gonna move your finger. I didn't mind the BlackBerry keyboards. They were probably the best
yeah,
mobile keyboards I've
that's
used.
That's the one I've seen. That it's a bit like.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a weird little thing. Anyway, moving on. What were you wanting to say, George?
I wanted to talk about HD. And the thing about, do you know 1080 and 720p?
Yeah.
Is that still going to be classed as HD in like, I don't know, 5 years when everyone has 4K? Because that's just HD bumped up. Well, that's what they're calling it, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
well, that's just its standard. Like VGA is still VGA. Like VGA, I think 640 by 480. That'll always be VGA.
yeah, I know that, but like. When we're talking about like, is it 480 that was on the old TVs? That's just standard definition.
Yeah, that's
So-
but it still has those separate names. So it sort of comes under the collective of standard definition. I see where you're coming from. Like
But what I mean is,
resolutions will get to a point where that could sort of be shoved under standard definition.
Yeah,
I see
we'll-
your point, but it would still have like FHD for 1080 and HD for 720. So it would still have those titles, but I guess it could probably go into standard definition.
I mean, in
if
years to
resolutions
come,
are high
when
enough.
people are starting to have like 4K TVs and everything, like the odd people who love the TVs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, people will that then be classed as HD and like 1080 and 720 start being bumped down to standard definition? Probably not 1080, but 720. Well, because that's what Blu-rays are under, isn't it?
Nothing. Blu-rays run at 1080.
Was it the old Blu-rays?
The old Blu-rays probably would run at 720.
So would 720 start being bumped down to standard definition?
That's entirely that's a good point actually. It could be. I don't know whether it will be. But
Do you know what
it's
made us?
entirely
Do you know what made us think of it? I
What?
was looking on my box downstairs, the Android box,
Yeah.
and it has like HD, then SD. It took us. I was like, oh, standard definition. But I was thinking, well, I don't think that's a fair like thing for it, because we're
Yeah.
talking HD's now, the standard definition. So why should that be called standard definition when HD is kind of the standard now?
Yeah, that's a good point. And I'm guessing like once resolutions get
I
to a point
made a
whereby
good
they'll-
point.
George did a thing.
I don't know. I don't know what it would be classed as. We'll say because they'll probably like techie blokes will probably change it just because
Yeah.
they can.
I mean, it's sort of like the specific ones like 1440p. I think it's QHD. Like they'll sort of stay because then.
But they're just awkward. They're outside of the. They're just awkwardness.
Not awkward, really. It's just their actual sort of specific names.
Nah, but who has it at that? You just keep it at the standard. You know what I mean? Then you're not
Well,
worth
1440p monitors have it at 1440p, as luck would have it.
Hmm.
But anyway, that was actually quite a good point.
I just thought it'd be a nice discussion because, like, I mean, come on, it is become the standard now. HD is now the standard. 4K is now the thing, the thing of the future that all the TVs are gonna have. And then the minute it costs $5,000.
Like people are always like, "Oh, let's. I want a 4K phone. Why do you want a 4K screen on a phone? You can't.
I don't know.
Like I've got a 1080p screen on my Nexus 7, and it doesn't. I can't see the pixels from a reasonable distance, and that's the important thing. Like I can't see the pixels, and that's the point. Like you don't need a resolution higher than that.
I want to be able to go in a million times zoom and not see a pixel.
I wanna have my battery life of about 2 minutes. Actually, that's just iPhones now anyway. So
Yeah,
I want to reduce my Android phone to the battery life of an iPhone.
You know that like quite often time when you find yourself looking at your phone through a microscope, you don't want to be able to see the pixels.
Nah, that 1 or 2 times in the phone's lifetime that you look at it through a microscope. You don't want to be seeing it.
I don't know about you, but I find I do it every day. It just happens to be under.
Is that part of your daily regime?
Yes, yeah.
Very well.
And being able to see the pixels.
It just makes you throw up.
Really grind.
It just makes you projectile vomit all over the room when you can see that pixel grid.
Yeah.
David's just like,
I need
anyway,
to
moving on.
What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah,
I made a good point before I made the.
I'll give you a good.
He's allowed to talk shit like that because he made a good point beforehand.
In fact, I think that's probably one of the best points ever made on this podcast, and I'm going to put that down there. Not Tom's milk rant. Not Tom's milk rant.
Oh, George, did you see the TMM podcast in a nutshell?
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Oh wait, I just saw that keyboard. And like it's gone. Do you know if you scroll down in related reading, I don't know if it's the same for you, but the QOTW, which is the best thingy controller, and like you see that little like.
Wait a minute.
The image. And the keyboard.
That's the keyboard I was talking about. But
Was
yeah.
it? That's like it looks like tiny keys to me. It looks like little phone keys.
No,
like
full size keys. It's just
Really?
its perspective, yeah.
Oh. I was not about that particular picture. I've seen other ones where they look absolutely tiny.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good question as well. Which do you think is the best controller? Well, it says HTC, but meh. Let's just go for controllers.
In general control. For what though? What we're talking about?
Don't know, just general stuff. Like I know.
To be honest,
genres.
no matter what we're talking, if we're talking about a standard controller for everything, I'm gonna go keyboard.
Well, like no, I mean like handheld controller.
Or handheld. Well, you can get handheld keyboards. Arguably.
No, but I mean like traditional controllers.
Right.
Stop being awkward.
He loves to be awkward though.
But while George trying to think, I'm gonna put my vote in as the standard Xbox 360 controller. No questions asked.
I'm starting to think about that other Guitar Hero guitar.
But that's only good for one game.
Still a good controller. No, I would say either the Xbox 360 one, and I haven't tried the next gen one, so I don't know.
I wouldn't say the Xbox One controller. I don't mind the DualShock 4. The DualShock 4 is a hell of a lot better than the DualShock 3. Well, the 3
I've heard.
An absolute pile of arse, so yeah. I mean, not only the fact that the triggers were spongy as hell, but the just the size of the controller, because I mean, I don't have small hands, so I need...
I have tiny hands.
I need a bigger controller, so the Xbox 360 controller is pretty much perfect for me. Like, it fits absolutely perfectly. So I say 360 controller. Love it. David?
I would say it's Xbox 360 controller as well, because as you know, I like that better than the Xbox One controller, which is shit.
Yeah.
And I've used the PlayStation 3 controller before, That one I found decent enough. I haven't used PlayStation 4, so I can't really comment on that.
Yeah.
And you can get the convenient keyboard attachment for the Xbox 360 controller as well for
Yeah.
searching. So for browsing and everything, it's good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, George, are you going to find your random topic?
Well, we'll have
Jesus,
to.
I'll try.
Right, while he's doing that, we're going on to the next topic. Assassin's Creed skips competitive multiplayer this year with Unity and Rogue. Thank goodness! And maybe they'll actually concentrate on making a good single-player experience, which is basically what Assassin's Creed is. It's a single-player experience. Because I don't know a lot of people who play the multiplayer. Obviously, it must have been popular because they've developed it up to this point, but I don't see how Assassin's Creed would make good multiplayer. Like, I can barely see how it'll make good co-op, because Assassin's Creed's, well, it depends on how you play. It's very much try and sneak around and take the target out as quickly
Doesn't
as
it
possible.
depend on the sync? The sync.
The
Can that
sync.
not change? I haven't
The
watched it, but
sync.
you sync, don't you? You like sync brain memories.
Oh.
Oh, synchronization,
I get what he
Yeah.
means now. I was like, sync? What?
Did you think you meant like kitchen sink?
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
idiot.
God, you dimwit. See, I knew what he meant by. Well, I knew which sync he meant, but I didn't know what he meant by it because I haven't played Assassin's Creed for ages.
I'm playing Assassin's Creed, you know.
Because it's going to be very difficult to get 100% sync on co-op, because there'll always be people who don't give a rat's ass, and they'll just like say, "Oh, only kill the target," and then they'll just be running in and killing every single guard they see, and some civilians just to throw.
Well,
in
you would
there.
have to do it with your. You have to do it with your mates.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Sometimes you'll have mates that don't care about the synchronization. Like, I mean, if anybody played Splinter Cell Blacklist with me, because that's got co-op missions, if anybody played that with me, they would be annoyed to all hell, because I try to be stealthy, but I'll try and shoot somebody and miss, and then everybody will be alerted. It's just like the bullet will just brush past his head, and I'm just like, oh dear, here we go.
It'd be worse if it was me and you doing the co-op.
Well, yeah, because you play with controller, so you couldn't aim it. I tried playing
That-
Why
that-
would
that
you
was-
play with a controller?
Huh?
That's
Why would you play a shooter with a controller when you have a mouse and keyboard in front of you?
Well, because Splinter Cell used to have variable speeds that you could walk at, and that was handled by the scroll wheel if you played on PC, which I didn't like. So I played that with controller up to Blacklist, which I got stuck on one point, tried it with keyboard and mouse, I got through it first time. Because I cannot aim with an analog stick, it is just awful.
Nah. I tried. I was playing. I lie. I have tried PS4 controller, and it is very nice. Because I was playing on me step cousin's PS4 when he went out. On I think it was me cousin's birthday, and he went out, and I was sat there, and I was like, "What am I gonna do?" So I turned on his PS4, and there was Call of Duty. So I thought, I know what I'm gonna do. Anna, I'm on the brain length of this PS4. So I went and played it. Holy aiming! Like,
It's just like, I need to move ever so slightly to get his head in shot, and it just goes, phew! It's just
I was
like,
like-
you're aiming halfway across the
I was
map
sat there
again.
and I was like,
It's
right, I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna be great. I've played BF4 and got like stuff on PC. I went clicked forward and I was like, oh. Then I tried to turn and it's like, it's so
like,
smooth. It's so smooth and it should be erratic. And, oh no.
Nah, it's not good. Then you've got the 10-year-olds who just put the sensitivity right the way up. They just push the analog stick sideways and they just spin. It like I like Miracle of Sound's song on this, the Call of Duty Circus. It's brilliant because he says that they've got more revs per minute than the disc in their console. It's just hilarious. I recommend you check out that song. It is just brilliant.
Have you seen the Ashens thing that he brought out for, I think, was it 500,000 subscribers or something? And he did a rap battle. Yeah, with
with Dan Bull. Yeah.
I just liked it when he's going, this is something's more toxic than the League of Legends community.
Yeah.
I was just like,
I just thought of you as soon as he said that. I was like, that's a George thing.
the rest of the rap battle was great though.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a rap battle for Ashens' part.
Yeah. This is more of a barbershop quartet. Anyway, let's get back on topic, shall we? So, they're not doing competitive multiplayer in AC Unity or Rogue, which is good because it's just not something they should be focusing on.
I have to admit, I'm kind of upset because Achievement Hunter did really good, like, funny multiplayer things in that.
Actually, one thing I want to talk about that I haven't put in this document is... Oh, I can take the article off. Is Assassin's Creed Unity will have microtransactions. A £50 game with microtransactions.
Wasn't it for the multiplayer, the last one, though?
Probably. But I think they're just they're basically putting in shortcuts.
I'm gonna kind of cut you off here because I really want to listen to the Total Biscuit rant, like so much. You know when he reviews it and he rants on about it.
Yeah.
I really want to listen to that, so I'm gonna have to. I don't want to hear anything about it, and I'm gonna watch that video just to hear him rant on like hell.
I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna say, Ubisoft, kindly stop turning into EA because that's not a good way to go.
Yeah. I would agree.
Like, they really are, like, they're putting microtransactions into a full-price game, which is just an absolute joke. And 50 quid as well, that's $85. We discussed this last week, I think.
We did.
They're charging, I think it's $60 in the US, and 50 quid in the UK, which is like $85, which is just... No. So I'm going to be buying it when it's on GBA.
I think the prices for games are getting out of control now. Way out of control.
And the fact that they're not actually... The fact that the game developers are now complaining that people don't buy a game at full price. Yeah, because you're making it too fucking expensive. It's like, I'm not paying 50 quid for a game.
No, hold on. Work it out. If you had bought Assassin's Creed from the first one coming out to now, bear in mind they're pushing them out yearly now. They're just thinking of anything. They've got a random name generator, but it's called Assassin's Creed Generator. It just puts two wheels together, Italian name and time period.
Yeah.
They might have a third one with location, and they're just like, right, let's put all these assets into this game.
Yep.
Chuck it into your face. Fair enough, they're good. Like, I'll give them that. They do it better than most companies, but still no.
Yeah.
So think how much you would have spent, how many of those £50 you would have put into it going along the way.
Well, not because I've never spent that.
I know, but
much
just
game.
how many games has there been, and how many £50 would you have had to pay if you were to buy them all on day release?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once the 2 new ones come out, there'll be 8. So that'll be like 400 quid for all of them. Yeah.
They wonder why we don't pay 50 quid a year.
Yeah.
Did you count Assassin's Creed on the Vita? Was it?
No, I didn't count those ones because they weren't.
No, it came out on PC as well. It came out on PC as well. Which one was that?
Oh, Revelations. That wasn't really. Not Revelations. I can't remember. Assassin's Creed. It was something HD, Retribution or something like that. I don't know.
Liberation? No.
Liberation. That's the one.
There we go. So if you talk on that one as well, that was about 15 to 20 quid on launch. And then if we're talking about the ones that were on PSP, they had ones on DS, didn't they?
I think so. I don't know.
So if you talk adding on them ones as well, for hardcore fans of the franchise who do buy them, we're talking a lot of money. We're talking about £500. So, you know.
I hope you didn't hear my stomach rumble there. I haven't had anything to eat today.
Well, you're getting a takeaway in 10 minutes.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to that. We get some pizza and kebab. Yes. I'm starving.
Borderlands 2 is 75% off this weekend.
What's what now?
Borderlands 2 is 75% off this weekend.
Is it? Ooh.
Yeah.
I might get the season pass as well.
As well as Civilization 5's just come out with a complete edition and it's off for... It's got 67% off. Oh, well, it's 67% off. It's £12 for the complete edition. And Borderlands, their pre-sequel, is on 25% off on pre-order.
Yep. I'm not going to pre-order it because I don't pre-order games. It's a stupid idea.
Beyond Earth's on here as well for 30 quid. So, Sydney Civilization Beyond Earth. But I'm pre-ordering. It's 30 quid, but I'm pre-ordering it on Amazon because you get it's for 27.
Nah, I don't pre-order.
By the way, have any of you's got a Borderlands the pre-sequel yet?
No,
nope.
I'm not pre-ordering.
I don't plan on getting it for a while.
Okay.
Borderlands doesn't. To be honest, I like Borderlands, but it's not a game that I'm willing to spend loads for because I won't put that much time into it.
Yeah. I mean, I paid like maybe 5-10 quid for it because it was on sale.
I'll tell you how many hours I have in Borderlands 2, and I haven't played it that much. I have 25 hours, I suppose.
I have... Oh, I've got to look through my massive library. Wait a minute. Oh, PC gamer problems. There we go. I've got 40 hours.
Whereas if you look at
that's
Civ,
I've wasted a lot of time in it. No, why am
I'm going to be buying Beyond Earth from release,
Uh-huh.
and you're talking just on Civ 5. I've got 91 coming, so I'll be putting money in Civ.
Yeah.
Civ 6, I suppose it is. It's going to be great. You get to go from the Earth to atmosphere to space to another planet, atmosphere, and then Earth. But you've got to do different things because that other planet has different, like, it might be really hot, so you need to make sure you do stuff to keep your civilization cool. It's going to be great.
Sounds interesting, but it's a Civ game, so I'll probably not play it.
Interstellar Wars.
I still can't believe I put, like, I think it's 25 hours into Civ 5. I really didn't enjoy it. Like,
Right.
it's a game I didn't enjoy. I've still put that much time into it. It's mad. Anyway,
How many
we need
hours?
to...
I got
we need to-
44 hours on Borderlands 2.
We need to get trucking with these topics. So Skype is introducing an active endpoint chat feature. Basically what this is, it'll detect what device you're using at the time and it'll only send the notification to that device. Finally! Like, I mean, I leave Skype logged in on my laptop, on my desktop, on my tablet, on my phone. I leave it logged in everywhere. It's basically every time I get a silence, it's just bleep, 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 bleep. Every time. So this will be good. So it'll only notify me. Say if I'm on my computer, it'll only notify me there. If I'm lying in bed on my tablet, it'll only notify me there. So that's really, really handy. So that's basically all it is. It'll.
I don't know why they didn't think of this beforehand.
I know. Like, I think they've done it.
Begs that question.
Microsoft sort of did it with the Outlook application, whereby if you check the email like on any of the devices, it'll
Yeah,
display the
that's
notification on any other one.
It also deletes it because, it's on one
Yeah.
server. Have you noticed though when Skype started upgrading? Did you notice when it like started coming out with free features and upgrading its whole system and everything? Did you notice?
No.
The time when Razer comms was starting to come out and starting to upgrade, and there was a Logitech one, I believe. There was a Logitech one, I believe, and they've put free features in and they've upgraded Skype and they've just pummeled the other thing into the ground.
Well, they've started taking features that used to be part of Skype Premium and putting them into standard now. Like, you can do group video calling for free. You can do group screen sharing, I think, for free now. And I think that's about it. The rest you have to still pay premium for. I mean, I've still got premium because I got a free year around Christmas time, so I've still got it. But I don't really need it because for what I use Skype for. I don't really need it. But yeah, this will be so handy for people with multiple devices that have Skype logged into them. Especially myself. So I'm looking forward to this. It's rolling out in the next few weeks. So expect to see that coming out soon enough. So that'll be quite good.
Yes.
Very much looking forward to it.
Do you think we're gonna get through all the rest of these topics?
We've omitted a couple of them.
Do you want to just move on to my topic quickly because it's funny?
No, I'm gonna love this.
Also, one of the topics that we're going to cover later, the Behemoth have released a trailer for a new game. Check it out now; it's brilliant. Like,
What's the game?
It's literally just called Game Full. There's a link
Is
to
it? Is it not the new? The game. I'm watching the video to try this. The game that's Dishonored, isn't that new Dishonored?
Dishonored isn't by the Behemoth.
Oh, did you say Behemoth?
Yeah.
I thought you said it. I thought you said another
this
thing.
is by
Ignore us.
Same people as Castle Crashers and Battle Block Theatre.
Ignore us.
Dishonored from those. Yeah.
I heard the wrong thing. Just ignore it.
Right, George's weird topic. I would say of the week, but it's a very rare thing these days. Go on then.
A man tried to sail to the US and had to be rescued because he tried to sail in a £300 dinghy.
Oh.
You know, it was probably a bet. His mate probably went, I bet you couldn't sail America in that.
Oh, you bet you could sail across the Atlantic in a dinghy. It's like, alright, I'll do it.
I'm off. See you.
Right.
Actually, I don't know. Let's read it. Let's see. Oh, there's quotes from him.
How long was he out at sea before he got requested? Before he got rescued?
The man who was alone on the sailing dinghy refused help when an RNLI lifeboat arrived and kept saying, I'm going west.
I'm going to America. Leave me alone. So he mustn't have been that far out if he's getting rescued by the RNLI.
3,500 miles.
Yeah, but that's the total distance.
No, that's his voyage. That's the whole voyage. Was there anything else? Aside from that, he had a passport containing US visa.
His boat was filling up with water. Oh my god.
Hold on. Aside from that, he had a The man was not wearing a life jacket. His boat had no lights, and the only navigational aid was a street map of Southampton. Aside from that, he had a passport containing a US visa, hot dogs, beans, and a bag of biscuits.
Really?
When we reached the gentleman, he didn't want us there. He wanted to carry on his way.
Biscuits.
We were not happy leaving him out there. He kept saying, "I'm going west." His boat was not properly rigged, so he was just getting battered. He was at the mercy of the elements. We said, "If we leave you, you will die." He didn't have a life jacket, just a buoyancy aid, and the vessel didn't have any lights. He would have died. He was severely seasick. He had the first signs of hypothermia, and his boat was filling up with water. What is
Fucking
the
idiot.
fuck on? I'm off west.
I'm gonna go to America in a dinghy with nothing but hot dogs and custard creams. You watch me.
I'm gonna do it. I'm going west.
I say, here, hold my beer.
No, I think it was just mental.
Fucking idiot. Wow.
And that's the life lesson, kids. Don't do that.
Don't.
Have you seen the first comment? If only he had saved up another £86 from his benefits, he could have flown. A quick internet search has a flight for £386. I suppose he could have applied for a crisis loan and got first class.
But it's just the fact he tried to go over the Atlantic with a map of Southampton. He must have been on many things at the time.
Drugs, many of the marijuanas, the eckies.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. In fact, he just went to his nearest dealer and just give us a bag of everything, and he just like the needles were given to him in a convenient they were tied together so you could just and then the rest of it was just either he had to smoke it or just stick his head in and go
face covered in white powder. Right, I'm off.
I'm going west. Do you know what? He probably started on the East Coast, walked to the West Coast, and was like, "I need a boat." So he just bought a dinghy and went for it.
Yeah. Oh my god, just mad man. Alright, well let's go on a final relevant topic of the week. Microsoft could change Internet Explorer name to bury reputation. They're not exactly going about this correctly, because to bury the reputation of Internet Explorer, you know, the reputation that it's crap, you should make it so that it's not crap. Maybe put time and money in to make sure that the program isn't a pile of arse.
Don't be silly, Connor. Don't be silly. Why would you do that? A simple name change will have everyone fooled.
But
We're not going to change the icon. No. We're not going to change the icon. That would be too obvious.
Yeah, Activision and Infinity Ward and everybody else has been doing that with Call of Duty for years, and people have been believing it. So why not IE? So
Right. What we've done is everyone, secret. We've changed the name to Modern Warfare. We've put a different skin over the same gun.
Look, you can buy
added a few pixels.
Armor pack.
Added a few pixels, and then made it cost money, real money, to get that gun. There's a bloke sat there. He's like, "No one's gonna believe you. This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
Little did he know he would have his pockets full with idiots' money. Later that day.
But anyway, let's get back on topic. So it's just the fact of the matter is Microsoft aren't going the right way about this. It's like the same thing as Windows 8. It's like, how do we make something that can run on tablets and phones? Oh yeah, let's just downgrade Windows 8 so it'll run on ARM processors. No, just upgrade Windows Phone.
Yeah.
Sort of. Microsoft don't know how to go about
I've just
it.
finished watching Arrow, right? And it really annoys us because, I've just finished watching it. But of course, what else would they have done other than paid Microsoft, who were paid the makers of Arrow loads of money, shoveled it in the faces. So every time there's a convenient time for the hacker lass, the really hot hacker lass, to open up our Windows tablet and do stuff on our Windows
Microsoft
tablet.
Surface.
Yeah, and or the Arrow to go on his little Windows phone, and all of the baddies either use iPhones or Samsungs, and I'm not shitting you. All of the baddies use Samsung or Apple devices, and all of the goodies use Windows 8 devices. It's great.
My God. So it's basically one big Microsoft advert.
I was sat there, and it was like the Arrow called this baddie bloke, and he was like, I noticed, he's on a Windows phone. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be on a Windows phone? And this other bloke picked up this iPhone and answered it, the evil guy, and he was like, "I'm coming to get you." It was iPhone. It's like, GG Microsoft. You have played us well.
Indeed. And on that note, that is all the time we have for this week. So last thing to do is thank you all very, very much for watching. We will probably be back at normal time next week unless parents decide to pull some stupid shit again. So anyway, thank you all very, very much for watching, and we will see you next week. See you later.
Right, I've been sat for the last... It's not finished, is it? No one said so.